Hey dear, Python breakers. Are you tired of your code looking like a noodle bowl after a toddler gets to it? Well, buckle up because today we are diving into object-oriented programming where your code gets classy quite literally. Ever wondered why Python doesn't need therapy after juggling thousands of objects? Because it has methods. The real MVP's methods are like that one friend who shows up and get things done while you are still figuring out what to wear. In this video, we will break down OOP methods in Python with examples that even a zombie prince could understand. Yes, I said zombie prince. I will got kids, let's not ask questions. So, stick around to level up your coding skills, learn the magic behind the Python methods, and maybe get a laugh or two, or at least a polite chuckle. I will take what I can get. So guys, here is one more Python video has been came, and in today's of the Python video, I am telling about the object-oriented programming in the OOP in Python. And in today's video, I am telling about the methods in the object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming in Python revolves around the objects and classes. Methods are functions defined inside a class and are associated with the objects of that class. Here is one breakdown of OOP, means object-oriented programming methods in Python. First, instance methods. Instance method definition: it methods that operate on the instance of the class. They can access and modify the object attribute. Usage of it defined with the self as the first parameter. This is one example here, you can see it. And now let me copy this example. This is one example of the instance methods. So let me copy it and let me come on my Visual Studio Code, and then I am creating one file by the name of index.py on my Visual Studio Code, and I am making this file in my documents. Wherever you make your Python file, this is your own choice. Now I am paste this code. First of all, here you can see this type of code I have written. First of all, I create one class by the name of dog, and then here I write here says wolf. Now let me see what type of output it give me. Now it is giving me, okay, save it in it. So this one syntax, okay, something, this is like a syntax of the instant methods, and I have told you the usage of the instant method. It defines a self as the first parameter. Number 2, class methods definition. Methods that operates on the class itself is not instance. They can modify the class state. Usage of it defines the @class method, decorator, and CLS as the first parameter. Okay, this is your definition of the class method, and this is the usage of the class method. I have told you that. So now let's run his code, and let's run his code. Copy it and paste it. Here I first of all create a one class by the name of animal. Then I create a one variable by the name of species, and in my variable I write here, I make a string, and in the string I write like mammal. Then I write @class method. Now let me see which type of output will give me. Save it and run it. So now okay, unexpected intent. Okay, it has now it is not giving me the error now. So here you can see it. Now when I minimize it, number 3. There I have told you the two methods. First method is instance method. Number 2 method is of class method. And these both methods I told you about its definition and its usage also. Now number 3, static methods. Now let me tell you the definition of the static methods. Methods that don't operate on the instance or the class. They are utility functions within the class. Now let me tell you the usage of the static methods. The usage of the static method is defined with @static method, decorator, and do not take a self or CLS. Now let me give you the example of it. This one example of it, and you will be run this code on your Python. Okay, now let me copy it and then paste it. Here, first of all, we create a one class by the name of calculator. Okay, then I write here @static method. Then I create here one def keyword, and then I write here my add, and in the add I write my first variable name by the name A, and I write here my second variable name B. Okay, Then I write here subtract. Now in the def keyword I write here subtract, and first of all I write my a variable, then I write my b variable, and I also write here our static method. Okay, so now let me minimize it. Number 4, special or magic methods. Now let me tell you the definition of it. Methods with the double underscores that define a special behavior, for example interization, string representation or comparison. Now let me tell you some common methods. First, in itself, it is the one constructor. Now, string self means str. It is the string representation. Number 3, wrapper self. It is the one official string representation. Number 4, len self. It define a behavior of len. Okay, and len means len function. Now, number 6, eq self other. It define a equality, means equals to. Okay, now this is one example. Here you can see it. Now this one example I am showing you. So now let me copy this example and then let me paste it. Here first of all we create a one class by the name of book, and then here we write here self function, then dot title equals to title. Save it and run it. So like that. Okay, this code has been written, and this code will be not run because it not give you any just output, because I do not use here our print function, and like you know print function is often used to print the things. Number 5, property methods. Definition: it allows you to define the method that acts as attribute. Usage: it uses the property name setter and the property name delta. This is one example it is showing you. Okay, here you can see it. And when you run this example, it does not give you the output because I did not write here print. I do not use here print function, so that's why it's not giving me the output. Key points. First, self and CLS. Self refers to the current instance and CLS refers to the class itself. Number 2, encapsulation. It uses the private attributes with /or// and manage access through the methods. Number 3, reusability. It methods encourage code reusability by performing specific tasks encapsulated within the class. Will you like examples on the specific methods? So tell me in the comments. So in today's video, I told you about the in the Python what are OOP methods. So I hope you can enjoy this class. If you enjoy, so please like this video, share and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to all the notification bell also, so you never miss any future related videos about the object oriented programming in Python. So now, but anyways, I meet you in next class and next very amazing like that type of videos of the object oriented programming. And that's wrap, folks. We'll just explore OOP methods in Python, the heroes behind the scenes keeping your code running like a well-oiled machine. Remember, coding's like life. You define your methods and then you call them when needed. Just make sure you don't pass the wrong arguments. Life doesn't handle errors gracefully. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more Python magic. And if you are got questions, drop in them in comments. Let's debug life together. Until next time, happy coding!